Hey everybody. Uh, I've been seeing people complaining about how our country is fucked up and we can't do anything about it, so I want my turn, if that's cool. Last week, I went to the store, had to get food, and I've honestly, narrowed it down. I can't even afford to buy myself, bacon or steak, beef. My grocery list was a 24 pack of eggs, a 20-pound bag of rice, a bag of carrots, powdered orange juice, powdered Gatorade, and I didn't have enough money to buy soda. I usually buy just one 12-pack of Baja Blast or whatever. I can't even afford to buy that now. Because my rent is $1,350 a month before utilities, before electricity. Garbage is provided. I got my check 2 weeks ago, and it was $1,230 for 2 weeks of work. My average monthly income is about $2,500, and my rent is over half of my income. With little money I can spare, I've been buying DVDs, shit that made me happy, shit that made us happy, video game. I bought a Wii not too long ago because I got a bonus from my job, which I was happy about. They like to give out bonuses as if it helps. My bonus in November was $1,087. It's about 70 hours of work for me, something like that. Well, during that time, I got a raise, which I was very happy about. A whole 50 cents. My hard work really paid off, didn't it? Oh yeah, an extra $40 on my check, and I was thinking, all right, well, maybe they'll give me another one, and maybe it'll just go up, I'll be okay. Well, my bonus in May, 2 weeks ago, was $300 less than it was in November, when I was making less money. And my rent is due Friday. That's the last day I can pay it. I brought this up to my parents, my very Christian nationalist, Republican, Trumpy parents, and they said I wasn't working hard enough, that I chose this. This is how I chose to live. And I said, well, I didn't throw you into the world of college post-COVID without knowing any social skills. You never taught me anything. You just kept me in your bubble and hoped I would be like you. Well, I realized you were full of shit. My parents don't care. They never really care. They don't give me anything. The only thing they give me is my phone, which is fine. But if I had a phone to pay for, I would be homeless. I don't have Wi-Fi. I have DVDs and I have my Xbox. I don't pay for Netflix. Netflix is $30 a month, which is crazy. I was just like, fuck it. I want to buy a DVD player and I buy some DVDs. But that was back in December. And I am struggling even more now. Because my grocery bill for my rice, eggs, carrots, Gatorade, and orange juice was $50 more than it was in December, 6 months ago. And that was before we decided to attack Iran for Israel. Not the Jews, Israel. My great-grandfather was born on a very big farm in the middle of nowhere in Minnesota. They grew corn. He eventually left Minnesota, moved to California, met my great-grandma, had my grandma, her brother, and her sister. And on one income, that man was able to retire at age 55. And he gave shit away constantly. He gave away... My mom told me he gave away his coffee table and his dining room table. Like, he just gives stuff away. Like, he was a very giving man. And I kind of looked like him. And I always looked up to him as, kind of like a person of the past to live by, an example. Well, I can't. And he was doing way less complex work than I am right now. Dude was a farmer. Farming ain't that complex sometimes. I mean, I don't know, but you understand what I'm saying? Like, I want to help people, but I can't. I don't go to Taco Bell. I don't do any of that. I wanted to be like him, and I can't. But I'm not working hard enough, I guess. I quit this job that I'm doing right now. I'm gonna cash my 401k. And I'm just gonna have fun for a few months before things inevitably go to shit. Like, I can already see it. And I've been talking about it with some of my coworkers here, and some of them are noticing. It's just they're either too scared to talk about it or they don't know. I think a lot more of the people here who are in charge don't care. I mean, my bonus was less than it was in November a couple weeks ago. And we also get a yearly one in February that was less than it was last year. I'm just gonna play Wii. I'm gonna watch Shrek 2 on DVD. I'm gonna just live like how I did when I was 12, man. No job, no nothing. Because honestly, it just sounds way better than just attempting to survive, because no one can. You guys know people, I remember people when I was growing up, they were like, oh, I should have been born in the 60s, the 70s. You guys remember that? Why did that age so fucking well? Like, it blows my mind. Oh yeah. These, like, tripled in price. This is gonna be my last one, which I'm happy about, because my lungs are starting to hurt, but that's like the only silver lining I can think of, is that I'll have a less chance of getting lung cancer, because I can't afford to give myself lung cancer anymore, so that'll be nice. But there's just nothing. There's just nothing we have. There's nothing we can do. We are not free. I mean, it may have seemed like it in the 60s. It may have seemed like it when Lincoln was president. It may have seemed like just all this fucking shit, man, but it's just reverted. Our grandparents had it really good. My parents had it pretty good. I'm not doing great. My sister's not doing great either, and she's in college. It's just too much. It's just too much. If you're struggling like me, which is a lot of you because I've been seeing all these videos on TikTok and YouTube about people not being able to afford, anything. Let's go out in the woods. Let's find a clearing in the woods and let's just build a town there. Let's just go back to the Paleolithic age of just hunting and gathering. That honestly sounds great. Yeah. No problem. The only problem we're worried about is the one we have right now, which is having food in our bellies. That's the only problem. We don't got to pay for living. We can just cut down some trees and make a little hut for ourselves. Maybe we can have a little farm. Honestly, that sounds way better than this shit. And we can make some makeshift electric shit so we can play all the fun video games and watch all the fun movies that made us hopeful that the world would be better. Whatever. I'm gonna puff on this and get back to my $19 an hour job. Yeah, it's funny too. I make almost 3 times the federal minimum wage and I still can't afford to live. And I live in a red state. Or not a red state, a red city. Where things are supposed to cost less. I'm done. You all know I know your pain, you know my pain. Let's just start a farm. Let's start a little society in the woods. Let's live like the apes, like Caesar. And Koba, I just watched that movie, Koba and, no, not Koba, but Maurice, the orangutan. You guys, the Planet of the Apes movies? Let's live like that. That sounds way more fun. It's better being dumb and just trying to survive than being smart and having to worry about paying your bills. Let's just go in the woods and be happy. I feel like that's the only time humanity was ever really happy before we all started trying to kill each other over the concept of what being right and what freedom and anything means. Let's just do that. I'm on board. Let me know what you guys think. And, yeah. I'm gonna get back to work. Toodles.